Keyword. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And off we go from Dallas. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing him out, coming off one of his best seasons as a pro, an MVP runner-up finish in year number 9, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
There we go!
On the option, it's Elliott. He'll cobble together a yard there. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long.
Yeah, here we go!
Prescott here from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 37-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Catch made by Cooks. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. From the gun is Prescott. It's caught. Ferguson. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
On the return, here comes St. Dell. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is someone who became an absolute superstar last year as a rookie. Drafted 2nd in 2023, it's C.J. Stroud.
And he's more than happy to get the win last week, but there's still something probably nagging at him. He only needed one more good completion to have one of those really rare 500-yard games in the NFL. I'm sure it'll be tough for him to match that performance this week, or maybe any week, but it has him coming in hot, confident, and believing in what he can do. Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception and just forcing an incomplete pass, but as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Try and get it into Nico Collins. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Shotgun now, first round. Schultz with the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 33 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Stroud throwing here on first. He sends this one to the end zone, and the defender comes away with it. Trayvon Diggs has got it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And as we play through November, you can see that this hot start has continued. He's the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. His drive will begin with a run from Elliott. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line. Cowboys punting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Texans are going to take over with their eyes on the end zone. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up a Houston first. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second and 6 coming up here. On play action, here's Stroud. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here we go, let's go.
They've got a man in motion. Mixon will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans pull ahead 6-3 in the first. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans take a 4-point lead. return has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Agnew on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Cowboys offense headed out there. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Elliott's on 1st and 10. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Ezekiel Elliott makes the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
This our last play of the quarter.
Here we go.
Throwing again is Dak. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They've got 3rd and 2 to start out. Another throw for Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. First down, here's Dak. Completed to his running back. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tackle made by Jeff Okudah. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Dak throwing again. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right? When the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because he threw it in double coverage. And you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
Here we go.
Play action, Prescott. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards. 2nd and goal coming up from the 7.
Here we go.
They run it from the gun with Elliott. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. No gain on the play, and they have to come up with 7 yards now on 3rd and goal. Now Dak to throw. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. It doesn't get much easier than this. Gay's kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Yeah! Here we go! Let's take
From the 36. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he gets him around 6 there. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. And it's the Cowboys with only a yard to go here on 3rd down.
Yeah!
Blitz coming, Dak. That's caught for the 1st. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Houston calls it 2nd timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Yeah!
Trying again, following the sack. Finds him on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. This finds Cooks, complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Gay's kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the... He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last. And wait, what's this? They fake the spike. And they aren't fooled by that fake spike. They kept charging and got there to take him down. So we've hit the end of 2. The Cowboys fighting to the halftime lead here in Dallas. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coach. No need for halftime. We'll just keep it right here and get started with the 3rd quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Dell now to return it. And look at this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Texans and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. He throws a... Oh no, they get him yet again! Trayvon Diggs has got it! And the Cowboys get it back on his 6th interception of the season. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
On second down, a run with Elliott. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Foley, Fadukasi there to make the stop. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Yeah! There we go! Right take! 26.
Prescott here from the gun. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. His first punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. Now he starts from the 6. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 65 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be Texans football. The Texans are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud off the play fake. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys have it as he records his 7th interception of the